going on, everybody? I don't mean to scare y'all, but hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Shed G. Welcome to another edition of Shed G and Friends podcast. That's right. This one's going to be so good. I decided to do it from my own living room. I had to bring him in so we can make some stuff happen. Now, let me tell you about this guy that I have, man. When I tell you that this guy, the first time I met him, he was dressed to the nines, sharp, and I was like, who is this dude? Then next thing you know, find out he was a newt, too. I said, oh, no, I knew it. I know this shit. I should have known that I knew that I know that he would have been a newt. Now, ladies and gentlemen, his clothing line is taking over all over Dallas, all over the country. You're seeing some dope people wearing it. So I said, man, let me get you on this podcast so we can talk about your brand and what you have coming up. So ladies and gentlemen, y'all make some noise right now for the one, the only, Mr. Kojic. I thought I was coaching. Nah, he's Kojic. Yeah. Mr. Kojic, Jamil Tucker. Y'all make some noise.
Yes,
y'all clap for Jamil. Jamil, clap for yourself. There you go, Jamil. Clap.
All right.
How you feel, brother?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
Man, I'm so blessed, man. Thank you so much for coming here.
Thank you for having me, man.
Man, to the Shed G and Friends podcast, man. And I always would see you online on social media, and you always been doing your thing, man. It's always been a blessing to not only just know you, but to see the creation. I've known you, 7 years now?
Yeah.
Yep, 7 years, and just to see the advancement of everything, man. So so you feeling good now?
I'm feeling good, man.
Yeah, you look good.
Thank you.
I boy put that outfit on, boy. Ooh, I know you Church of God in Christ. You can't join in. You gotta what?
Got to be born in.
You gotta be born in.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's get into the questions here, brother.
Right.
For people who don't know who Jamil Tucker is, outside of the brand, outside of everything, first of all, let me know, who is Jamil Tucker?
So I am the owner, founder of 1248 Custom Clothiers, which began as 1248 Neckwear. Mm-hmm. I was a jeweler, went to fashion design school in Atlanta, came out, was a jeweler for a little bit, wearing suits every day, and didn't really have money. So I switched the tie up, and that changes the whole suit. Mm-hmm. So that's how I got into that. It's just, one of my passions, and it became a hobby. It's something I did on the side and turned into a business, that was difficult, but we'll get into that later. Right. But so that's just me, man. I'm father of two.
Father of two,
yes,
okay.
23-year-old and soon to be 13-year-old.
23, boy, you don't look like, boy, you still got that baby face.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So Jaden and Dez. So yeah, that's it.
That's it, man. And then that's a cool thing, man. You always around the city doing some cool stuff. Like even when you show up. Yeah. You show out with your brand, right? I noticed that especially a lot of Noop events. You came in there with your own jacket one year. I said, "Oh, okay, all right, boy. I see what you
man.
did."
You got to, yeah.
Right, and that's the blessed part about it. Now, you said it's called 1248. That's clock 1248.
Yes.
Clothing. What was the meaning behind that brand?
So, it's derives from Luke 12:48. Mm-hmm. To whom much is given, much is required.
Did I tell y'all he coached?
Did
I tell you that?
To the bone.
Right.
So actually, it was one of my favorite scriptures. When I started my brand, I wanted to do streetwear. Mm-hmm. That was everything was streetwear. I did custom Air Force Ones back in 2000 and all of that. And as I started to transition into ties, I had to teach myself how to make ties. Mm-hmm. So I was learning one day. One night is 12:48 a.m. Mm-hmm. and Andre Terry was one of my mentors, some guy I look up to, does dresses and things in Dallas. Mm-hmm. And so his line is, it's my time. And I literally said, Lord, when is it going to be my time? I looked at the clock and it was 12:48.
Oh, wow.
And so I just kind of paused a little bit. This is for, Google and everything got big.
Right.
I'm like, man, what does that mean? And Luke 12:48, to whom much is given much. So of course, we Bible band, we know.
Come on now. Bible study all that.
and things just came back to my remembrance, like, okay, to whom much is given, much is required. Mm-hmm. And I just stuck with it, man. It's become my mantra. So
right. And that's pretty cool, man. So then let's get into like you're beginning your brand. You're getting into doing your brand. When was that moment in your head, just like you had with Luke 12:48? When was that moment where you was like, okay, I got something? And that where it clicked, like, oh, this is, I got something right here, boy.
Yeah, so I think, and you can attest that we always look for confirmation, different ways, whether it's a sign, whether it's, a prophecy or whatever. I think my aha moment came I was looking through Jet Magazine, and they launched something called the Designer Spotlight. I've been in the business for 3 years. I looked at the bottom, saw Karen D. Collins. So I was like, okay. I reached out, found an email, and, sent my profile, my portfolio, sent all of that, and got an email back. And so at the time I was doing a lot of work with Terrence Howard. This is before Empire. So that was my end. That was
what you doing with Terrence,
yeah,
man?
Yeah. So,
okay, man.
And that,
hey,
yeah,
man,
so
Empire,
that was that. And so I took all the pictures that I had of him wearing my ties, sent those to her. She called me back, like the next week. We did an interview, and I was featured in Jet Magazine. That was huge for me. So that was 3 years in. Was kind of like, okay, now it's time. But at the same time, it kind of took me too fast. Yeah. I will admit that it was rough. I mean, at the time, I didn't have a website. So it was just, word of mouth, and that was all I had. So my number was listed, and I started getting calls and emails, and it was a lot.
Man, that's what they say, man. Like in this game, they always say opportunity meets preparedness equals success.
Yeah.
And at that time, man, it's very humbling for you to say that, you wasn't prepared.
Nah.
Because there's been a lot of times where I've seen people who wasn't prepared.
Yeah.
Where the opportunity was there, but their talent didn't match, or they weren't prepared for that next level of what it to be. But let's go back.
Okay.
I'm talking like YPWW.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? When did you know? Like we used to have to rock them ties. Have you at what age where you was like, man, I'm killing them? You know what I'm saying?
Honestly, growing up in the Church of God in Christ, you never really think you're killing it.
Right.
Because everybody's clean.
Right.
My grandfather, he's 102, but
whoa.
Yeah. So he's still living. He's still living. Yeah.
Come on, man, make some noise for Pawpaw. Make some noise for Pawpaw.
Yeah, he's 102, still living. So he worked in the steel fountain.
Okay.
So during the week, he had his overalls and all of that. But come Sunday,
come on, when Sunday
shut it
comes,
down.
come on,
I'm talking about Stacey Adams all the way.
Ew.
Of course, he put his clothes in the cleaners, and so he taught me the pocket watches and the fedoras and the braces and things like that. So just watching him was like, okay, when I get grown,
right,
that's how I'm gonna dress.
Right. We used to say that all the time.
Yeah, when I get grown,
when I get big, I'm I'm gonna get them gators.
Yeah.
So that's it. So now, before we get into some advice and stuff,
okay,
what was your proudest moment? Like, what's your proudest moment to date,
industry wise
with 1248?
Okay, New York Fashion Week is my proudest.
Okay.
I started, well, of course it was ties at first. I branched into suits in 2019, and then of course COVID hit.
Yeah.
So factory completely shut down. I don't know what's going on. So I had to pivot. Went into mental health. I did that for about 5 years.
Okay.
So 2023, I got married.
Okay.
And I did my own tuxedo.
Right.
And so then that kind of got me back into fashion a little bit. And then, I was kind of scared, when I moved back to Dallas, to get back into it all the way because so much has changed.
Right.
And so I got back into suits and again, sent my portfolio, everything to New York Fashion Week, applied, went a couple months and didn't hear anything. And then they finally called and said, hey, we want you to come out and show.
And how was that? How was that?
What do you mean?
How was it? Like when you went on show, how was it?
No. So it's September. It's September 13th.
Oh, is this September?
Yeah. It hasn't happened yet. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm actually preparing.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm preparing for that. Yeah.
Right. And you know what? And then that goes to what we just talked about. Opportunity meets preparedness.
Yeah. And now I'm ready.
Now you're ready. It's that shot.
Yeah.
Oh man, I can't wait to see that. That's gonna be awesome. Yeah. Man, that's gonna be dope. So like even doing this, just like you talk about when COVID came and then your suits and then just messing up. What has been some of the most challenging things for you, and what would you tell somebody who's trying to be an entrepreneur in this, especially in the clothing field?
I think the challenging thing and not just for me, but for anybody, that starts off with something that's a hobby and turns into a business. My mom has been a manager, all my life. And I've always, had that entrepreneurial spirit, whether it was, selling oils on school campus or chew sticks or whatever. I was always hustling. So to take a hobby and try to make it a business, you have to switch to that business mindset. Again, the Bible and business be men.
Come on, come on now.
And you have to switch over. Everything's not gonna go right, so you have to handle it, the right way. Mistakes happen. Measurements get off or whatever. You need to fix that in the moment, and so learning to turn it into a business and manage everything correctly and professionalism and all of that. That's been the biggest challenge because I'm an artist. Right. So, right
now, I being an entrepreneur myself and doing everything. Yeah. And people always ask me questions, and this was a great question somebody asked me, and it just popped in my spirit, in my head to ask you this question.
Okay.
How has 1248 changed you as a man?
Honestly, I think this is probably the toughest season. Recently divorced. Coming back to Dallas, I've had some pretty dark days. But when you wake up every day and your mantra is to whom much is given, much is required. Like, what do you do? Like, you can't run from that. So
affirmations on the window.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So that's so crazy when they asked me the question because of everything that I've done. They was talking about, man, like I've never been married. I don't have any kids. And it just came to the point. It was like, man, how does my career change me as a man? Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I went through selfish stage where I didn't know I was being selfish. I've never been a bad dude. It's just the fact that I was selfish. Like when I was, emotionally detached. I talked about that before. I'm in all these cities, doing my gift, searching for this career that I'm doing. But then it's like when it's time for me to leave, I'll be with, like, I'm dating somebody, but I'm emotionally detached because I knew I'm not going to stay there.
Right.
So as I came to Dallas, just like meeting everybody, it felt like to settle down and just looking back on your career and you see things to which will make you a better person. That's just how I feel. I feel that's just the answer I gave. It's like now looking back on things I could have did better, I'm focusing more so on the future of how I don't make the same mistake.
Right.
Man. Yeah. Come on now, somebody gonna tell me something. Somebody pass a collection plate around and do something or whatever. So do you, like, if you can throw like a fashion show, would you do that? Like would it be a church fashion show or like I see you doing a annual fashion show?
You know what? No, it would be real sexy. Of course, my first fashion show was in the church. I would do a rooftop, a cigars, something kind of worldly as they would say. Yeah. But yeah, I would of course, all the top black owned brands, get them out there on the rooftop and do something really elegant, really nice. I'd do something like that.
Now I see you doing your own calendar. I know I saw you and our boy, big shout out to D. Ellis, doing some, but I really see you doing your own calendar brand with your own wear. And I would love to be one of the models if you ever do that, man. Make sure you put me in there. That'll be pretty dope. Oh, that'll be dope. Well, I see it already. Now let's talk about through this whole journey. Like, we talked about my sister Sparkle. She has been my biggest supporter through my whole journey of everything I've been doing. She never left my side. She encouraged me. She gave me criticism when needed. Who has been your biggest supporter through your journey?
By far my mom.
Yeah.
I mean, my mom, is been everything.
Yes, sir.
As far as, even sorry.
No, it's all right, man. I'm with you.
It was just she and I, growing up. And I think it's the difficult part has been we're so different. I'm very artsy, very creative. I'll wear some things that'd be like, I wouldn't put that together like that. So quick story. In my junior year in high school, I decided to wear. I had everybody was wearing color contacts,
right?
And so I had one purple, one green. I would dye my hair, spray my hair blonde in the morning when she left for work. And, wear that to school.
Right.
And then before she came home, I wash it out. So little stuff like that. We used to, butt heads a lot because it was just hard for her to understand somebody, so artsy and so different.
Right.
So, watching her kind of adjust to raising someone like that.
A creative soul, as we say. Eclectic.
Yeah, very eclectic. Very. But she took it in stride and has learned to deal with that as whatever I need, as far as design wise or whatever, I cut up her Louis Vuitton bag when I was, it was a real one. It was,
you had to repent. You didn't get a whooping. You had to
repent. So it was, I was just getting started. And like I said, I was doing streetwear and she had a bag underneath the stairs the zipper was broken. It was like from the 80s. So it was a vintage Louis Vuitton.
Okay.
And, so it was like 3:00 in the morning. I knocked on her door. Come in. Can I have this? Yeah. She went back to sleep. So about 8:30 in the morning.
What it was.
8:30 in the morning. She gets up to go to work, and I had my jeans on that I made from it.
Said I'm about to kill him at school.
Yeah. So I showed her, and she said, "Where'd you get the material from?" And I showed her the cut up bag. I said, "You gave it to me." And I replaced the bag, so I got our new Louis Vuitton probably about 2 years ago.
Right.
But so little stuff like that, man. Just but she's been very supportive.
That's it, man. That's always good to hear. Now I'm gonna ask you some of these questions. So,
okay,
if there was a celebrity to wear your stuff tomorrow, who would you want it to be?
44, easily.
44?
Yeah. Barack Obama. Easily.
Yeah, I can see. I can see him in there.
Yeah, I've been watching, of course, he's very conservative, but I got some pieces that I could put him in.
So what fashion trend you hope would never come back? Cuz the bell bottoms jeans,
they're coming back.
They're
coming back.
We went from skinny to now it's loose.
And so it's hard to say because we're going back. Yeah, everything's coming back around. What I don't want to see come back around for men is probably the big zoot suits.
With the big shoulders,
man,
and all that.
LeBron,
Janet Jackson, all right with me.
Big shoulders and the big
shoulder
long
pads.
And Kojic, we had big 9 buttons. And, all of that. So I hope we're done with that. We'll see it again though.
All right. Now, what's one thing that everybody should have in their wardrobe as a man?
A staple accessory. Like mine would be the pocket watch. Whether it's a flower, a fedora, something that that defines you.
Oh, that's dope. Ooh,
because it doesn't change.
What do I have? I think mine is that flower.
The flower, yeah.
Remember how I rock the flowers with the different. I think
flowers.
That's what it is. Yeah. Oh well, that's crazy.
You do hats as well, so.
Oh yeah. I do the hats.
Yeah, you're an accessory.
Yeah. Now you want to know who the best at all this?
Oh, D. Ellis.
Come on, man.
D. Ellis.
D. Ellis, boy. D. Ellis he got everything you want on there.
Shout out to D.
Yeah, that's it. So now, man, it's my this or that. I'm gonna hit you kind of like a rapid fire.
Okay.
You gotta tell me which one you want, which one you got.
All right.
Sneakers or dress shoes?
Dress shoes.
Black or white T-shirt?
Black.
Morning person or night owl?
Night owl.
Oh, you up. Yeah. Nikes or Adidas?
Nikes.
Coffee or tea?
Tea.
Favorite Bible verse or life quote?
Oh, you already know. Luke 12:48, to whom much is given, much is required.
So Bible verse?
Yes, sir. Bible verse.
Favorite entrepreneur?
Hold on. You know what? Can I take that back?
Okay. Oh, you going to say famous quote?
Yeah.
Okay.
So is Bible verse or quote?
Yeah.
My favorite quote, my Uncle Lonnie always says, you got to keep the main thing the main thing.
The main thing. Oh, that's deep.
Keep the main thing the main thing. Whatever you do, keep the main thing the main thing. Stay focused, keep the main thing the main thing. So that's my...
You want to know what my favorite quote was? From my Uncle Willie.
What'd he say?
God rest his soul. I said, Uncle, we would say something. He'll say, hey, live long enough.
Yeah.
That's all he would say, and end it right there.
Live long
why
enough.
Why you got your hat like that? Why you
live long enough?
Why you walking like that?
Yeah.
Live long enough.
Yeah.
You'll see.
My grandfather says that. He says, keep waking up.
Keep waking. There it is.
Just keep waking up.
That's it.
Just keep waking up.
Who's your favorite entrepreneur?
Steve Harvey, man.
Steve.
Yeah.
Steve Harvey.
Yeah.
Because his suits or
no, just because the way he's reinventing himself. You know, the way he's, went from comedy to TV to movies to books to, whatever. It's just that hustle.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, I see you. Now, how can people support your vision? With not only like give us a website where maybe they can purchase or book you, but how can they also support you just in any way?
Just sharing. Word of mouth has been huge for me. I haven't spent a dime on advertisement that I know of. But yeah, word of mouth. Jamil Tucker on Facebook, Raising Cane's 1911. I'm actually working on the app right now.
Okay.
So that'll have, everything on there. My Facebook page was shut down. Well, actually, I got rid of Facebook for Lent, and when I came back, my page was gone.
Oh, wow.
So I'm in the process of rebuilding that.
But that devil. That devil did that.
Hey, everything's the devil.
Everything's the devil of Trump. Yeah. So I'm going, oh, that devil. It might be the same person. I don't know. I won't get
I never seen them together at the same place.
That's right. So last thing, man, finally, if someone is watching this podcast and feels like giving up on their dream, feel like they just feel defeated of everything they're trying to accomplish, what would you tell them?
So I went through that phase probably 2017, 18, and I reached a point where I had to realize that it would take more effort to quit than it would to keep going. When your number's already out there, people already know you as, the tie man or whatever, imagine picking up the phone 3-4 times a day telling people, I no longer make ties. I'm sorry, I no longer, but I can send you to somebody that, so the effort that would take to quit, you might as well keep going.
Yeah. Well, that's dope, man. Because they say, I remember watching, I don't know if it was Electric Company or something.
Yeah.
But they will always say it takes more muscles to frown than it does to smile.
It does. Yeah, that's true.
And that's the one thing, man. Well, I appreciate you coming to the Shed G and Friends podcast. If they want to follow you, contact you, where would they go? What's your socials?
Jamil Tucker on Facebook. Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Well, all right, man. I really appreciate you. So, ladies and gentlemen, please remember to share this page, like this page. If you like what Jamil was saying, make sure you go follow him, man. When I tell you want to do that, because we need to figure out and see what happens when he goes to New York. Follow this guy. Purchase his tie. Hopefully, we're going to convince him into doing the fashion show and the calendar. So we really appreciate everything. Put your comments down, share it, like it. This your boy Shed G. Follow me on everything at Shed G, and I'll see y'all later, man. I appreciate you, brother.
Appreciate you, brother.